Burial will take place on Sunday the 14th of September at Pejebonge, Pujeon District. Sympathizers may call on the following numbers: 076-626-442, 078-316-199, or 076-438-843, or call at 1B Cocker Street, Wellington, Old Road.
While millions join the theme, I will sing.
A place cannot produce poems. It can only not prevent them. And Freetown is good at that, for Freetown has its own sudden elegances. People are slow to leave it, quick to return. And there are others who come for a year or two and stay for a lifetime, sensing that they've found a city that is in the world, yet sufficiently on the edge of it to have a different resonance. Let me tell you something about this city. All of us, we're all just passing through, and we've all been here forever. Those who came, those who stayed, those who never returned. Tides turn, seasons change. We've waited and we've watched. But we've always been here. We've always listened, because there is a different resonance here.
Here's how to send money overseas using AfriMoney and BNB. Dial *161#. Select option 1. Go to option 6 for overseas money. Press 1 for BNB. You'll see the list of countries you can send to. Enter receiver's full name. Enter the receiver's phone number. Enter the amount you want to send. Enter your PIN to confirm. You will receive an SMS confirming your transaction. Terms and conditions applied.
Me na Mrs. Mary Mane, me na farmer. We na Lunge Matori village, Potloko districts. And I farm vegetable and rice. Well, I started this vegetable production from 2016 with 20 by 25 meter square plots. I go small, I don't expand. As we talk right now, I do 40 hectares of the vegetable. The Ministry of Agriculture been helped me with seed of onions 2017. And we've been planting. Now they will start the expansion small. As we plant, we sell, we plant, we sell, we expand by ourselves. So we meet with FSRP 2 years back. Then give me very good support. Then give me all the seeds what we need. Then give me fertilizer, then give me compost, then even give me cash for paying labor. So that night increased the expansion very rapidly. We make able to achieve what I don't achieve so today. We have 300 farmers then of 10 groups, 30 each group don't benefit from that support. Say themselves. Themselves they do large scale 5 hectares each. Now they do where them they do just not even reach 1 acre. Then now them farmers they do 5 hectares each for the past 2 years where FSRP they support them with seeds, manure, finance and everything. They even support with trainings also. Agronomical trainings for see how we do with spacing, how we take care of the plants, for long get good yield, good harvest, and make more money. So then household, they never then they, some of the women then are disabled, then some of them are widows then. Then we get youth the inside then now where we able for the pay school fees for, then we even get some now where we don't send a college. So we take care of home, we begin in the community as well. I want for this opportunity for tell FSRP, World Bank and the Ministry of Agriculture, plenty thank you. I've been doing like 15 hectares all by myself. So when they come for these past 2 years, I don't expand my farm into 40 hectares for both the vegetables and the rice. And the outgoers, they say for them, they do 1 acre or less than 1 acre, they all they do 5 hectares now as it is, with the support and the training. So with or without support of FSRP now, we are sustainable farmers, we go still continue for do the farming. So that's the good thing we then do for you, because our sustainability, then they always tell we say, we're not going to support on forever, but we are going to be sustainable. So give everything on need on work on, we use it appropriately. That's what they work on. I want to tell them plenty. Thank you.
Madam Aisata Fekaisise, today I'm on water. I'm the master farmer. This farmer will do this year now 450 hectares under FSRP support. Why make we rest cheap? This year, we all man yagba for work under FSRP. And rest come on beaucoup last year. But this year when they come, you know, na the talk of the world. If the response you want to see this year, the rest don't count on too much district. We tell Papa government and thank you, the donor and thank you for that. Any farmer, now school business like where they begin from class 1. You know they go no more grip farming. You say, hey, this farming, yeah, they go do on district. If I land, first what if I do, if I meet master farmer, learn from him, I for start in farming we will bring when in farm they do like I this. Before prepare you land first. When you don't prepare you land now, that's only now. Machine in the car now. In time, not to say not to oh the time don't pass machine come. It's okay in time. Oh machine don't come, now don't plow. They can now for can do the seed arrow. All done they did by time. I make them say farming, you forget calendar. That calendar they now for use by farming. You know they say no more. When you are begin farming, you go begin in August. Which farming will they go do? And they go send rest January. Which farming down? All down there now for go school, make you learn to master farmer who know but farming business. You tell no mistake no go do. Now I make we will start with farming very early to time. Look the farm. If you see them, you go know so once you don't begin late or begin earlier too much. With you they mix up the time, the way rest will be, that person will get arrested in time for being like this. Because you know begin farming to time, you begin at late, you end up at late. Well, first of all, the government do well for we. FSRP, WFP, then car with machine. Me na one of the farmer who get benefit from WFP. I get that distoner machine. Where they say, however, you raise the man they call capica stone. No one they live in the above with too much Paris. But now if you go use WFP, I don't say you don't use WFP machine, but if you use that distoner, I let you no more, you know how you hungry, go wash the hospital on a fire. You know, we'll see one thing the way they pet, they have bottle them, they don't go deep on it. All down the machine they pull up. And then the Papa government don't do for you. With FSRP, the great. Well, we are farming. First of all, during the time when they scatter rest, you see beaucoup young man, then they can walk. Now when I meet the town don't empty, community people then they benefit from we. The woman then they come out far away, then they can and they benefit from we. So when they come, they say can't cut place for me la work. That benefits there. Some people then they get up. Who they want to do farming.
I mean name not to contain. With more butter. Work inside the farming, I feel fine. Because waiting me, I see my Isata, now they bluff, we did by the farming, my Isata tackling it. Now you get more to cut them. You know get, me get money, me no get. So when I make I left the rub, I left the paint all. I come on out, I can't sit on a village. I can't do the farming. So now I make myself join. Now what they do the farming, although me government not started for give me support. But now I dey and support myself with my myself. Now they go big. They give me the seed. I can't do the farming. So where the machine then they come back. They help me, make them work for me. My myself tackle me. My man na been counselor. So now me talk to and say himself can inside for the farming. So himself don't work big. Your own farm self big pass me on. He get your own, myself get me own farm. This farming what they do so. I start in 2010. And I start farming. I make a small, so I go to the mommy, my myself to tackle me. So when they help me, they give me the seed, they help me for the machine. So 10 are there on them. I don't begin see the benefits of the farming. I don't get one host. My man have been counselor. I don't pull up at the counselor. They don't come for the farming. So himself now don't see the benefits of the farming. So I want let the government help me like able get machine for myself. Like able work boku. Like able help me family them. Like help me picking them. Like my myself, like I they do so. Now you get host then at all. So myself, I want falara. I want pass and safe. I like get host then a Freetown. La get host na Potloko, Cambia. So myself, I want do that day. Me on so I don't get one host now. So I want la Adam. La get up Garrett. Na magbotaya. I want help me family there. I let me pick it and go school past me. The next 5 years, I want la grow past tackling. I want help me company on girl them. So that end day, we go able to feed the salon.
I mean, Yusuf Temukonte, the region chief of Kalangba section. They right inside Magbota village. We start this farm in 2014. And then they win up the plow boy there we would work for Mama Isa Tataklane. Now in Drawi. We be the approach for her. But so every farming where in they do, where we see benefits, we see people them from different villages then they come around. Ubakumile we come inside. We start the farming and from that time where we start now, where we feed ourselves, we feed the family then. And when they even encourage some of our colleagues them, then come at the field. We as young farmers them, we never come together, we unite, let we come na farm. Because we not just sit down at Tonso, with the pass, we will make it up. But through farming, if we come together, we as young farmers them, we will develop ourselves. And through FSRP, and the help of Madam Isaac as you say, Taklene, through from our way we get this help, this mechanized farming. Because we don't look at farming, what do they do? Through by hands. We know they get the support for let machine the help with. But in the help of Madam Isaac as you say, Taklene, we will get this mechanized farming. And FSRP, through from their own time where they come, we then see improvement for really young farmers then. And Boku them, some them, when they left at this town, even we come over, we go and look them, we can inside village, we can join farming. And so proof from the changes the way they see now, the development the way they come. Through towards really young farmers them, so they don't even come on at town, come up with luck or they don't come inside. They go inside village with we. They do farming right now. We as young farmers then, for let we get more experience, like we don't so we get small experience now, we need a master farmers there, like Taklene. And they teach we how they do farming, how they go about town, more especially the constraint the way they get more machine. Through from your own idea, the teach we will go able to follow the road for let we able to make them up. And they encourage the young people them, let them come into farming because farming they get benefits. More likely new you don't so they talk to una. Through farming, I don't build house. Now inside village I dey so where I come on the farm, I get 24 hours light. Now through farming. And I get my own rest. From when the season starts, I don't eat imported rice. Na parboiled rice I dey eat. The one who dey produce we sef to we sef. So I dey encourage young people them, let them come so that they go do more and more. Right now, through farming, we get beaucoup development the way we don't do inside this village. We get lights them through from the farm where we dey make, the rest where we dey produce, where we dey sell some. We will do all sorts of things for our men with family affairs. So even now, where we don't broadcast, where we start for it, we even get some where we left reserve in our store. If all the young man them, the people them, the brothers there, where they are the big one them, they come together and they come inside village like Miso, where they are so presently, we don't can join farming. We go able to feed ourselves, we feed salon back.
In a world full of questions, find your answers through the light of Islam. Join us on SLBC on channel 31 and 27 for Light of Islam, an enlightening talk show that explores faith, family, business ethics, education, youth matters, and today's pressing issues, all through the timeless guidance of the Quran and Hadith. Deepen your understanding, strengthen your values, inspire your life. Light of Islam every week only on SLBC on channel 31 and 27. Illuminate your mind, enrich your soul.
Good morning and welcome to Newsa. I am Esther Susanette Bassi. Coming up, residents of Locust Community appeal to SLIA to resume work on Obasai Bridge. Government launches $75 million agro-processing zone project to boost rice production. And UNDP unveils Canopy work project at Tapugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary. Well, all these stories and more, including our segment, are all lined up in this edition. Please stay with us. first story. The decision in January to divert other commercial vehicles to the old road, which spans from City Road through Kisi Bypass Road, Blackwell Road to Upgun, was aimed to create room for the Wakafine buses and private vehicles on the new Baibuya Road. This arrangement, however, has led to a worsening traffic congestion on the old road. The narrow route has also been hit by potholes, damaged bridges and halfway pavements. Members of the public have expressed their dissatisfaction over the condition of the road, particularly during rush hours. Our reporter Joseph Bobo Sumaila filing this report.
This is the Overside Bridge at Locust Market, a damaged bridge which has been abandoned for about a month now. It links the old road to the central business district. Sadly, the present status of the bridge has led to traffic congestion at the old road, utilized by commercial vehicle, kekes and bike. A bike rider, Joseph Munda, complained that the damaged bridge at Locust Market is affecting them seriously.
The road is bad, the road is so bad, and then the traffic issue. The traffic is a serious one.
We plied on the road almost every day, and it has been a month since we last saw any work ongoing at the bridge, and as a result, we get stuck in traffic. This is seriously affecting our income as riders.
So, challenges they face right now. The traffic issue right now also.
Coupled with the abandoned bridge is the deteriorating condition of the road that has been marred by potholes. The road ridden by potholes has made traveling from the far east of the capital to the central business district now a burden, but not only passengers but also the riders and drivers.
We are hit by the traffic congestion, and the situation has slowed down our movement from home to work. Also, before now, we used to have quick access to vehicle, but now that is no longer happening.
As things stand, the passengers, commuters, riders and drivers are pleading to the government to intervene.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, under the Food Systems Resilience Program and partners, have launched a $75 million special agro-processing zone project aimed at increasing rice production and productivity across the country. The project, which was funded by the African Development Bank, is being implemented in both Loko and Cambia districts, which are often referred to as the rice baskets in the country. Christiana Kamara has more.
As part of the preparation phase, the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and the Environmental Protection Agency had recently held stakeholder engagement in Potloko and Cambia districts. The discussions were focused on environmental concerns related to the projects, with community members, farmers, and local authorities sharing their views and recommendations. According to officials, the feedback from those engagements will form an important part of the criteria needed for the EPA to grant an environmental license, a key step before the project officially begins. The representatives from Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security emphasized that the special agro-processing zone project will not only boost local rice production, but it will create value chains, jobs, and better livelihoods for farming communities. They added that sustainable farming practices and environmental protection would remain central to the implementation process. Community stakeholders welcomed the project, noting that rice production in Sierra Leone faces challenges such as low yields, post-harvest losses, and limited access to modern processing facilities. They expressed hope that a special agro-processing zone project will help address those issues and reduce the country's heavy reliance on rice imports. With agriculture being the backbone of Sierra Leone's economy, the government sees the project as part of broader efforts to achieve food security, create employment, and strengthen rural economies. SLBC News are in Freetown. Christiana Kamara reporting.
The United Nations Development Program has unveiled an innovative initiative named Canopy Walk at the Takugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary. The move, according to the UNDP, was a significant step towards promoting ecotourism and enhancing biodiversity conservation in the country. Abdul Mansari has more.
Witnessed by several stakeholders drawn from tourism, environment, conservationists, and community members, Canopy Walk initiative was part of a broader strategy to promote sustainable development, leveraging the country's rich natural resources while prioritizing environmental protection. The Canopy Walkways, or Canopy Walk, is a walkway constituted of bridges between trees and the canopy of a forest, mostly linked up with platforms inside or around the trees. According to the UNDP resident representative, Frederick Ampere, the proposed canopy walkway at Takugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary will be one of the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon completion, Frederick Ampere said the walkways will create jobs and attract both local and international tourists.
Sierra Leone is one of the most scenic countries in West Africa, and this represents that opportunity for us to attract foreign direct investment, to attract tourism to this country, but more importantly also to add and generate resources for the protection of wildlife, biodiversity, and our forest reserves.
Minister of Environment and Climate Change, Jiwo Emmanuel Abdullahi, welcomed the initiative and encouraged everyone to protect the area.
Something like this is not available everywhere else in the world. It is a very valuable asset that we did nothing to create. And I think it's very important that we maintain it, that we protect it so we can pass it on to future generations.
According to the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Khadijatu Grace Kamara, the Canopy Walk was more than just a tourist attraction. It was a symbol of their dedication to preserving their natural heritage while providing opportunities for their people.
It's not just the turning of the soil, this is the turning of a new page for our communities, our wildlife, and the future. The Takugama walkway represents the bold step towards our commitment to showcasing the very best of Sierra Leone. It is a testament of our desire to blend conservation with tourism, education with experience, and nature with nurture.
The headman of Bathurst Village, Theophilus Johnson, expressed their enthusiasm for the project, recognizing its potential to boost the economy and protect environmental stewardship. As construction begins on the Canopy Walk, the UNDP and its partners have pledged commitment to work closely with the local communities and ensure that the project aligns with their needs and aspirations. SLBC News, Abdul Mansari reporting.
In a bid towards enhancing trade facilitation and regional economic integration, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, with support from the German Agency for International Cooperation, has commenced a 3-day national training of trainers workshop. The program, held at the Atlantic Hotel on Aberdeen Beach Road, aims to equip NIA customs officers with comprehensive knowledge on the rules of origin under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Jonathan Turner reports.
The training aimed at empowering custom officials to effectively implement and enforce the rules, ensuring the seamless movement of goods across borders within Africa. The rules of origin are a critical aspect of the African Continental Free Trade Area, determine the criteria under which goods are considered originating from member countries. Proper implementation of these rules ensures that the benefits of tariff reductions are granted only to goods that meet the required standards, thereby combating trade fraud and protecting local industries.
Rules of origin ensure fair and transparent trade by preventing transshipment and misuse of preferences. For businesses, they provide predictability and open new markets across the continent. And for Africa as a whole, they are an engine for industrialization, competitiveness, and value addition within the continent.
Identifies the free movement of persons and goods as one of its 4 pillars, alongside the
various institutional representatives emphasized the importance of empowering custom officers with the necessary tools and expertise to operationalize the AFTA effectively.
The representatives of public sector, you, are the ones who are strengthened by whatever is done around the implementation of the African Comprehensive Free Trade Area, including, of course, trainings that take place, but also the knowledge that you acquire, the knowledge that you can transport, the knowledge that comes across borders to Sierra Leone from other parts of Africa.
The European Union strongly believes that customs administrations play a central role. You play a central role in applying and interpreting trade rules. The success of the African Continental Free Trade Area depends greatly on the knowledge and capacity of customs authorities.
At the end of the training, the participants will be equipped to serve as trainers, cascading their acquired expertise to their colleagues across the country.
This training of trainer program will ensure continuous capacity building of our staff in rules of origin of goods and customs, specifically where staff rotation is done on a periodic basis. There will be no longer hesitation to rotate staff due to capacity issues. There will always be readily available resources to train new staff as and when required.
The AFTA, which came into effect in January 2021, represents one of the largest free trade areas in the world, covering 54 out of the 55 African Union member states. It aims to create a single market over 1.3 billion people with a combined GDP of $3.4 trillion, fostering economic growth, job creation, and sustainable development across the continent. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
The She Empowerment League, with support from Save the Children and partners, have held a transformative retreat at the New Brookfields Hotel in Freetown on the theme Shaping Power, Building Voice, Leading Change. The event brought together young women and girls from diverse backgrounds to engage in discussions centered on leadership, advocacy, feminist circles, wellness, and mindfulness. Esther Nenekama witnessed the opening and now reports.
We are girls, we are not wives. We are girls, we are not mothers. Dear parents, respect our right to education. We are girls, we are not wives.
With the goal of inspiring a new generation of women leaders, the She Empowerment League and partners have convened a feminist forge retreat at the New Brookfields Hotel in Freetown. The 3-day immersive retreat was organized to create a safe and empowering space where participants will explore critical topics around leadership, advocacy, and the role of women in shaping social and political change. The highlight of the retreat was a feminist circle conversations where participants openly shared experiences of challenges and triumphs, as well as wellness and mindfulness sessions that emphasized the importance of self-care in leadership. Founder of the She Empowerment League, Adama Findabowie, said, "The retreat is a milestone to foster solidarity among young women, promote confidence, and encourage collective action towards gender equality."
We've noticed there is a growing misconceptions about feminism, and what we are fighting for as a feminist organization is about equality. So we have these misconceptions in different communities, in gatherings, that we feel like some people or some young people are even shying away from calling themselves a feminist.
Director of Programs and Operations, Save the Children, Modupe Taiwo, said the organization is working tirelessly to promote policies investment that ensure quality health service, including sexual and reproductive health services to children. She also pledged their commitment to support She Empowerment League and empower the next generation.
The young ones have seen the low confidence that many girls display in terms of being able to access that services themselves. And money.
Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aissata Maoy, said she has been working closely with financial institutions to provide support and promote financial inclusion for women. She called on girls to reclaim their authority and make their voices heard.
Let us not focus on the numbers. The numbers are there, yes, but what do we do? Are we actually working as women? Do we not rely on our men to help us? Or are we just there to say because we want to fill up the number? We as women need to step up.
Participants expressed enthusiasm for the knowledge gained and pledged to take the lessons back to their communities to inspire change. The She Empowerment League says the retreat is part of its broader mission to build resilient women leaders who can shape power, raise their voices, and lead transformational change in Sierra Leone and beyond. For SLBC, Estanine Kamara reporting.
Pedestrians and motorists have raised concern about the sudden breakdown of traffic lights at the Longley roundabout close to the police station. The public is concerned that the disruption could pose threats to drivers and increase risk to pedestrians. Our intern reporter Solomon Yumba filed in this report.
Longley is one of the few centers in the city with heavy traffic. However, the installation of the traffic lights has helped to minimize traffic and provide easy access for pedestrians to cross the streets. Transport operators spoke to SLBC on how the situation has been since the lights stopped working.
Very, very nice for we and for the people as well with the move.
It was very good for riders and pedestrians when the traffic lights were in operation. It reduced accidents and provides smooth crossing. But now that the lights are off, it's risky not only for road users, but for us riders and drivers, especially when coming from Wilberforce to Longley.
We the drivers, they will live that risk, and the people they move, they live that risk.
I will love the traffic lights to be on again. It helps to prevent accidents and people to cross easily.
A few weeks ago, the flow of traffic here at Longley was subjected to the orderly operation of the traffic lights. However, what we are seeing now is contrary to what was happening a few weeks ago here at Longley. This does not only affect transport operators, but also business people who trade at Longley on a daily basis. Therefore, they are calling on the relevant authorities to address this issue sooner.
When the lights were on, we could cross easily, but now it's difficult. The cars hardly stop for us to cross. I am pleading with government to fix the lights soon.
I beg Papa government, they are make forward the traffic lights back.
Well, yesterday I left here by then 6 o'clock. Accidents won't happen.
Yesterday, around 6 p.m., an accident almost occurred here because the lights are not here to regulate the flow. The other day also, a car hit a keke. The situation is bad, so we need a quick fix to this problem.
Need traffic lights at the place. That's in our way much car they come. Then go they look for the traffic.
These lights do not only provide order in traffic flow, but also a safe space for drivers, riders, and pedestrians. Sir Solomon Yumba, SLBC News, Freetown.
From Longley Street to Abacha Street, traffic congestion remains one of the major challenges in Freetown, with the members of the public and vehicles competing for space on busy streets. One such place is Abacha Street, where daily activities are often disrupted due to overcrowding. Francis Moyo compiled this report read in the studios by Abdul Mansari.
Abacha Street, one of Freetown's busiest commercial areas, is a daily struggle for movement. Traders occupy sidewalks, vehicles squeezing through narrow passages, and people going to the markets find it difficult to walk freely. The chairman for Abacha speaks on the collaboration with the Sierra Leone police to combat overcrowding here.
The LUCO in Canada will just come. When he come, he called me as chairman.
When the President LUC came, he requested us to work together in ensuring that we clear the way, because Waka-fine buses have to move as well as people. We involved some boys to help with the operation, and we implemented it in various areas in the Central Business District.
I tell and say now, Waka-fine get for pass, because Motuga all all in the block here.
Lillian Barry speaks on the discomfort in using Abacha Street as a pedestrian.
They pass now Abacha, they feel fine too much because from there, people that they push me too much, other people that they follow we will not look understand.
Came here to purchase some school items for my children. Using the Abacha Street is always disturbing. I experience pushing, shoving sometimes. I noticed someone walking behind me suspiciously.
Yeah, they still beg Papa government. This road they are let them left for we the people that hold the bye no more. Let Motka they not go the pass here to choke.
Musa Kamara, a wheelbarrow man, said the problem is caused mostly by roadside traders.
The markets then are good. When Motka come back for Tka make him pass, the place is tight.
I mostly find it difficult to go through the crowd because many of the market women are on the roadside, making it hard for vehicles to pass through. Personally, I find it difficult sometimes to push around my wheelbarrow.
Yesterday, I load one load, then push me, I jam, so I broke the rubber. The woman said, now pay for the rubber, pass what I pay for her.
Until proper measures are put in place, movement along Abacha Street will continue to be a daily challenge for shop owners, drivers, and pedestrians.
The Sierra Leone Roads Authority, SLRA, has restricted the movement of heavy vehicles on the old railway line bridge in Brookfields. In a public notice, SLRA stated that the facility, which had already been in a dilapidated state, has deteriorated significantly, prompting immediate safety measures. Mohamed Lamin Toure reports.
We are here at the old railway line with what you can see now. The bridge has been temporarily closed by the Sierra Leone Roads Authority. This is as a result of the said notice that was out in order to restrict heavy vehicles that are using the said route. It is because to ensure that prevention is better, because what they are trying to do, they are trying to see how best they can put things in place to ensure that the said bridge is being repaired as soon as possible. But for now, ongoing now is restriction process to ensure that only said vehicles on the said press release will have access to this road.
In the heart of Brookfields, the old railway line bridge, once a dependable structure for daily transport, now stands in alarming disrepair. Built in the mid-20th century to support growing urban traffic, the bridge has suffered decades of wear without major rehabilitation. Its foundation is visibly compromised, with one end hanging over stagnant water and debris exposing rusted reinforcement and fractured concrete. The Sierra Leone Roads Authority, SLRA, has responded with swift action. In a public statement, they announced that only cars and light vans weighing under 4 tons are permitted to cross. Heavy trucks and buses, which have long relied on these routes to transport goods, construction materials, and essential supplies, are now strictly prohibited. To enforce the restriction, SLRA has installed physical barricades at both ends of the bridge. Engineers are currently conducting structural assessments, and plans are on the way to fit the bridge to restore full vehicular access.
So currently we are in conversation with our financiers, the Ministry of Finance as well as the RMFA, and then we are sure pretty soon we can retrofit this bridge.
The nearby St. John bypass, which could serve as an alternative, is also restricted for heavy trucks, and buses are only permitted during specific hours. The lack of a designated alternative route for heavy vehicles has raised concerns among logistical operators and commercial drivers. Many are calling for a clear guidance and temporary relief measures to ease the burden while the bridge undergoes repairs. The SLRA maintained that the restriction is temporary and necessary to ensure public safety. Mohamed Lamin Toure, SLBC, Freetown.
And now to something good, also on a bridge. The overhead bridge at Jue in the eastern part of Freetown has significantly improved pedestrian safety and reduced the risk of road accidents in the busy commercial hub. For years, commuters at Jue and especially school children faced the daily challenge of crossing a major highway bustling with vehicles, tricycles and motorbikes. Aminata Bangura reports.
For years, commuters at Jue and especially school children faced the daily challenge of crossing a major highway bustling with vehicles, tricycles, and motorbikes. The area serves as a business hub for thousands of traders and commuters traveling between Freetown and its surrounding towns, making the road one of the busiest and most congested spots in the eastern part of Freetown. Previously, commuters crossing on the road faced risk from vehicles and motorbikes. Now, with police officers stationed to prevent people from crossing underneath the bridge, residents and commuters are making good use of the bridge. Bintu Sise, a passerby, expressed gratitude to the government for prioritizing public safety, especially for school children. She also said they no longer worry about vehicles or bikes when crossing. Alusain Bangua, an elderly resident, welcomed the initiative but admitted it was challenging for them as old people.
I am happy about the bridge because it makes us safe from vehicles and motorbikes. It is not easy for us as old people, but we are managing because it is for our safety.
Ishmael Bangua, a resident of Waterloo, said accidents at Jue have reduced since the overpass was introduced. He continued that before the bridge, accidents happened frequently at Jue, but now it is safer.
At first, we'll be afraid. We take us not stronger.
At first, we were afraid the bridge was not strong, but now we use it without fear.
For now, we see 1, 2, 3 people are not believe us. We don't believe the things say is good.
The Jue overhead bridge has greatly improved safety for pedestrians and reduced accidents in the area. However, more support is needed for elderly and physically challenged people so that everyone can enjoy the benefits of these developments. SLBC News, Aminata Bangua reporting.
Grave theft apparently done at night, involving assailants who remove iron rods and destroy graves in the process, is becoming alarming in recent times, particularly at cemeteries in Freetown, and the Kisirut Cemetery is not an exception. The workers at one of Freetown's most popular burial sites told the SLBC that even though actions are being taken to remedy the situation remains the same. Our intern reporter, Sierra Dauda, filed in this report, read in the studios by Salma Taba.
Although there are rising incidents of grave thefts across cemeteries in Freetown, the identity of those responsible for this is still debatable among many citizens. Although many may be blaming people who pose as workers in cemeteries, workers at the Kisi Road Cemetery said grave theft is still one of their greatest challenges.
The last time we were bullied by a family of someone buried here. They even locked us up because they saw the grave broken into and accused us.
Last time they be buried under. So the people who then come, they mix it and broke the slab. Pull your them.
The Kisi Road Cemetery clerk Ibrahim Fofana, known as Adidas, said they have not been able to apprehend or verify the identities of these assailants, whom he described as an iron team, because the thieves go for the iron rods used in concrete graves. Ibrahim protested that the public normally think the grave workers are responsible for these heinous incidents. He said outsiders should be blamed for this.
And he want them where them they come broke, slaps them for take away the iron word for go sell. They call themselves Iron Team.
They call themselves Iron Team, and I was blessed to have caught 4 of them at around midnight.
I'm so blessed where I may catch up to 4 of them. The one for them now let's hour.
While this ongoing ransacking of deads resting places, workers at the Kisi Road Cemetery have emphasized the need for security to mitigate grave thefts, which according to them is as a result of lack of proper security measures.
Sierra Leone's Inspector General of Police, William Fayaselu, is in Cape Town, South Africa, for the Interpol African Regional Conference. The 3-day conference, expected to run from 27th to 29th August this year, is geared towards addressing cyber-related crimes across Africa. During the conference, Sierra Leone's IG, who serves as chairman of the West African Police Chiefs Committee, is expected to deliver a presentation on the theme Cybercrime and the Response from West Africa. He would also give talk on regional strategies, the role of security institutions, and collective measures to counter the rising threats of cybercrime across the continent. The Interpol African Regional Conference, held biennially, was established to foster collaboration among African law enforcement leaders, provide opportunities for member states to share experiences, review security policies, and strengthen cross-border cooperation in tackling organized and transnational crimes. Also, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Amara Aidara Bangura, is representing Sierra Leone at the inaugural African Chiefs of Defense Staff Summit 2025 at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center in Abuja, Nigeria. The 3-day summit, hosted by Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, brought together military leaders from 35 African countries to strengthen continental military cooperation and develop unified strategies to address the continent's complex and evolving security challenges. The summit seeks to facilitate coordinated responses to peace and security threats, encouraging the integration of the private sector in Africa's defense architecture, establishing a platform for sustainable, homegrown defense solutions, and promoting strategic collaboration among African defense institutions. Nigeria Vice President called on African nations to transition from being consumers to producers of military hardware, stressing that investment in indigenous technology is vital for the survival and security of African states. Lieutenant General Bangura's participation underscores Sierra Leone's commitment to regional peace and stability, as well as regional military collaboration and strategic planning. Well, it's now time for our segment to begin with our business news.
Hello and welcome to Business Update, the segment that brings you the insight in business and its contributions towards positively impacting the economy. I'm Dennis Fraser. Today, the Slbc sounds the views of traders at Dovecot regarding constraints they face in transportation fares. Traders at Dovecot, who crisscross different market lumas centers across the country, have complained about poor routes linking different markets where they purchase goods. They also complain about high transportation fares to truck drivers for carrying goods from one business center to the other. Let's now join Aminata Kamara, who compiled this report, read in the studio by Aminata Bangura.
During the raining season, many traders struggle to do their normal business because of bad roads, increase in price, and insufficient goods to buy or sell. At Guard Street, popularly called Dovecot, traders who normally go to various lumas or business centers have expressed serious concern about badly damaged roads, the shortage of commodities, especially local or agricultural produce, up country, and high transportation fares, which these petty traders perceived as deliberate extortion on the part of the driver, more so at a time now that the price of fuel has dropped.
The road is bad, and the driver they back, they want to kill you by the transport.
I have spent 15 years trading here at Dovecourt Market. I used to buy commodities at Bomboma and then Boijo Luma in Kenema district. The drivers are slowly killing us because of high transportation fare. Food commodities are easy to get, but our only problem is the drivers and bad roads. I'm asking the government to intervene on the transportation issue.
So when I made a help, we let them make the road for me.
Okay.
Let them help me back on the transport side, the driver.
The traders said the high transportation fares are forcing them to sell their goods at exorbitant prices as they do not want to suffer a loss. The condition of the roads is also a huge concern for the traders. According to Fatmata Kamara, bad roads sometimes force them to sleep inside the trucks, carrying their goods, and as a result, their goods frequently get ruined before they reach their final destination. Other traders also express fears about the spate of road accidents, which they said is caused by the horrible condition of the roads, plus drug and substance abuse by the drivers.
Oh, they go by market, the transport, oh, they pay there. Oh, can't put outside in the lobby, money, but oh, they pay. Sunday weekend, they take market a point away, and the driver, they're not going to put markets down.
We spend a lot of time on the road traveling, and our goods get spoiled. We also get squeezed inside the truck. Most of our drivers consume kush and other harmful drugs. I normally go to Luma in Kenema and Koinadugu, but I stopped going there for the meantime because of highly transportation fears and the deadly accidents that keep happening on the road.
When the driver in the road, they're not afraid for take like this cruise, smoke jamba, drink, and that's what in the road.
The name Luma has come to be known as a big market center where business people converge from different places for a day or two to buy and sell different goods like foodstuff, clothes, and livestock, especially in the provinces. Places like Bamoy Luma in Kambia District attract thousands of people from all over the country to buy and sell goods on Saturdays and Sundays every week.
Well, many thanks to our business team for putting that report together, and that's all we have in this edition of Business Updates. Thanks for watching.
Many thanks to our business desk. Away from there, let's join our entertainment desk for some latest updates.
Hello and welcome to the exciting entertainment news with me, Abdul Mansari. In this edition of entertainment news, Unity and Compassion. Unique United Sisters host Africana Ball in New Jersey. And finally, the Unique United Sisters has held its first Africana Ball 2025. The event, which was themed around cultural pride and philanthropic impact, took place at the US Highway 1 South in North Brunswick. Here is the report.
It was an unforgettable evening of elegance and purpose at the Unique United Sisters Annual Africana Ball 2025. The event drew a vibrant crowd dressed in dazzling Africana attire, ready to celebrate and support a noble cause. The ballroom was buzzing with energy as the president of the Unique United Sisters, Mariam Afadika Kalon, led members of the association to the dance floor, setting the tone for a night of unity and celebration. The atmosphere was further lit with a musical detonation by DJ Romantic, who provided a musical backdrop blending Afrobeat rhythms with classic hits that had guests dancing late into the night. The highlight of the evening was the keynote address by former chairman of the Slbc New Jersey chapter, Henry Stevens. Stevens spoke passionately about community leadership and the importance of diaspora engagement in Sierra Leone's development.
There are so many other organizations here which I also support in so many ways, but if you really want this organization to thrive, must be selfless.
At the heart of the event was the fundraising mission by the organization, which was led by Ms. Mati Kalon. The initiative is aimed at supporting children in Sierra Leone through education and health programs. Various organizations poured in their contributions, including members of both the SLPP and APC political parties, demonstrating a rare moment of unity in support for humanitarian goals. From the red carpet arrivals to the final dance, the Africana Ball proved to be more than just a social gathering. It was a powerful statement of solidarity and service.
Wow, that was indeed a great event. Well, that's all we have in this edition of Entertainment News. And now I've been your presenter, Abdul Mansari. Bye-bye.
Many thanks to our entertainment desk. And now for our final segment, let's join our sports desk.
Welcome along to the sporting updates that brings you the very best in Sierra Leonean sports. Now the ladies Patriots are fired up for the ICC Women's T20 Africa World Cup Division 1 qualifiers in Namibia. Here is the updates. The Sierra Leone senior women's national cricket team, affectionately known as the Ladies Patriots, are set to embark on a historic journey. The team is scheduled to depart Freetown on Thursday, August 28, 2025 for Namibia, where they will compete in the prestigious ICC Women's T20 World Cup Africa Division 1 qualifier. This tourney is a crucial stepping stone on the path to the global stage, with 8 nations battling for just 2 spots in the global qualifier. The Ladies Patriots have earned their place in this top-tier competition after a remarkable performance in the Division 2 qualifier in July, where they finished as runners-up to Rwanda, securing their promotion. Drawn into a challenging Group A, Sierra Leone will face a stand test right from the start. Their campaign kicks off against West African rivals Nigeria, a match that promises to be a fascinating showdown. Following that, they will go head-to-head with Zimbabwe and the host Namibia, with only the 2 top teams from each group advancing to the semi-finals. Every single match is a must-win for the Ladies Patriots. In a significant move to fine-tune their preparations, the team recently played a test match against the national U17 girls. This invaluable practice session was designed to sharpen their skills, build cohesion, and foster a winning mentality ahead of the high-stakes qualifiers. The tournament features a strong field of 8 African nations: Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Namibia, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, and Tanzania. Each team is determined by the ambition to showcase their talent and make their country proud. With the passion for cricket growing exponentially across Sierra Leone, the Ladies Patriots are more determined than ever to rise to the occasion. Their incredible journey so far has captured the nation's attention, and they are now focused on writing a new history in Sierra Leonean sport. In another exciting development as well, the Afro basket competition in Kigali is shaping up to be an exciting occasion. And in fact, the youngsters in Sierra Leone are buzzing for that competition. All the best to the U16 team of Sierra Leone, the Federation. They've been working really hard to ensure that the Ghana funds to support these youngsters who will one day represent Sierra Leone internationally. And that ends your update. Thank you so much for your time. See you next time.
Many thanks to Abukabia for that sports updates. Now to end the news, the main points again. Some residents of Locust and Kisi community east of Freetown have called on SLIA to resume construction work on the Obasai Bridge, which links Locust with other areas. The current state of the bridge, according to community people and road users, is affecting the free flow of traffic during rush hours. The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, under the Food Systems Resilience Program, and partners have launched a $75 million special agro-processing zone project aimed at increasing rice production and productivity across the country. And the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, has unveiled an innovative initiative named Canopy Walk at the Takugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary. The move, according to the UNDP, was a significant step towards promoting ecotourism and enhancing biodiversity conservation in the country. Well, that's how we wrap up this morning edition of News Hour from the SLBC. I am Esther Susanitz-Bassi. Up next is our Good Morning Scaling program. Continue to stay glued.
Here's how to send money overseas using AfriMoney and BNB. Dial *161#. Select option 1. Go to option 6 for overseas money. Press 1 for BNB. You'll see the list of countries you can send to. Enter receiver's full name. Enter the receiver's phone number. Enter the amount you want to send. Enter your PIN to confirm. You will receive an SMS confirming your transaction. Terms and conditions applied.
A place cannot produce poems. It can only not prevent them. And Freetown is good at that, for Freetown has its own sudden elegances. People are slow to leave it, quick to return. And there are others who come for a year or two and stay for a lifetime, sensing that they found a city that is in the world, yet sufficiently on the edge of it to have a different resonance. Let me tell you something about this city. All of us, we're all just passing through, and we've all been here forever. Those who came, those who stayed, those who never returned. Tides turn, seasons change. We've waited and we've watched. But we've always been here. We've always listened. Because there is a different resonance here. It comes from the river, and the land, and the sky.
It's our place. All of us.
This city belongs to everyone.
And you know when it's your time.
And it's our time.
Listen, we are Freetown.
The golden rules of Freetown.
Don't pretend
pretend you're something that you're not.
Don't go thinking you're better than anyone else.
Or that anyone else is better than you.
Don't shout about it. Get on with it.
We are Freetown.
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 Yeah.
We found our voice again.
I'm from India and Freetown.
I'm from China and Freetown.
I'm from the UK and Freetown.
I am from Nigeria and Freetown.
I am from home and Freetown.
This city belongs to everyone.
The fishermen,
the taxi driver,
the barber,
the drummers, the dancers.
All of us.
All of us. Everybody. We are Freetown.
The past is ours.
The future is ours. It's our time again.
And this city belongs to everyone.
The playwright,
the greengrocer,
the teacher,
the dog.
This space is ours.
This light is ours.
The beaches are ours.
The rivers now we own.
The roads are ours.
The bridges now we own.
We are Freetown.
We are all visitors and we've all been here forever.
We've got the mightiest river.
And the biggest sky.
And there's a resonance again.
Freetown. Freetown.
We are proud of this place.
We love this city.
And we want you to love it too.
We are proud of this place.
Na pass we all they pass like stranger them, but we all don't dare from them. Come here, and you'll feel it, that end of the line sense of freedom. Say yes to Freetown. Say yes to freedom.
the national broadcaster, and I am Sulaiman Baba Toure, a reporter and presenter at the SLBC. Your voice, my voice.
From the commercial department, I am Regina Bangura. You are watching SLBC. Your voice, my voice.
I am Jonathan Turner, a reporter for Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, SLBC. As a reporter, I do stories on education, health, politics, and more. Stay glued with SLBC to watch my stories. Your voice, my voice.
Lucian Ganda, producer Weyus, and producer and presenter Christian Renditions on TV. This is the SLBC.
I am William Wise, presenter Weyus and also reporter at the SLBC. And this is the SLBC.
I am Salma Tabak, television executive producer. I produce programs on both radio and television. I'm a news anchor, a presenter, an announcer on radio. I enjoy what I do because I serve a public service broadcaster. It's a pleasure to work with the SLBC. I am Tilikoma, Head of News and Current Affairs Unit, Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Our news hour now covers several segments. We have entertainment, business, weather, sports, ferry schedule, and human interest stories, not forgetting politics. We are doing all that to keep you people posted on what's happening all over the country. Thanks for being with us at SLBC. Keep blue. We are the best.
And so live from our New England studios here at Broadcasting House New England, this is our welcome to your breakfast program, Good Morning Sierra Leone, originally live from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation television on Channel 31 and across our social media streaming platforms. We remember this program started with analysis and divergence of views on news and current affairs happenings in the country. Today happens to be the first day, 20th day in the month of August 2025. We are your presenters. I'm Tennis Fraser teaming up with.
And I am Esther Sako. Our quote of the day is from a Ghanaian statesman, Kofi Annan, and it says, "Knowledge is power, information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society and in every family."
And certainly, as always, that's the food for thought, and no one can afford dispute the fact that education is, of course, a foundation for successful living. And of course, that is always a fact that has been established. Is that also established?
Yeah, sure.
Coming up in the program this morning,
Sludge expresses concern over use of cyber law and press freedom.
And of course, CPSS and National Air Teachers Camp threatened to lay down tools over unpaid school subsidies. These issues plus more are going to be dealt with in the next hour of the program. Stay with us. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone. Welcome back. The program is Good Morning Sierra, reaching live from the SLBC. And of course, it's now time for us to delve into the issues being raised in the introductions leading to the program. But before I do that, I would like to as well, at this point, pay tribute to an avid listener of this program, a viewer of this program, in the person of Dauda Sisi, or commonly known as Pa Dauda of Dozak. Of course, he passed away yesterday, related to yesterday at the Sakila Road Cemetery. He is, of course, an avid viewer of the SLBC and, of course, this particular program and many programs of the SLBC and other programs being aired by other media institutions in the country. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone. However, it's now time for us to usher in our guests, and for that, of course, as you must be following in the news, the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists large has in a press release informed its members and the public that journalist Thomas Dixon, editor of the New Age newspaper and chairman of the Guild of Editors, was invited for questioning by the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, in connection with a complaint filed by the mining company New Rock Metal Group regarding alleged cyber stacking and bullying. After several hours of questioning, Mr. Dixon was released on bail to the tune of 1,000 loans pending further proceedings. Sludge actively intervened to ensure that the journalists' rights were protected throughout the process. While recognizing the importance of due process, Sludge expresses concern over the use of Cybersecurity Crime Act of 2022 in this context, and as any perception of intimidation or undue pressure on journalists can have a chilling effect on press freedom. Sludge urges Sierra Leone police and other authorities to ensure that journalists can carry out their professional duties safely and within the law. But for us to further now on the discussion this morning, we've been joined in the studio by the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Association of Sludge, the person of Edward Mara. Good morning, Mr. Mara.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you in the program.
Thank you so much.
First off, of course, it's the mandate of Sludge to ensure that, of course, press freedom is upheld by the government and, of course, the states, as you have it. Was that the case in this instance involving Thomas Dixon?
Certainly so. We believe as large, attack on any journalist is attack on press freedom, and we have the responsibility to protect press freedom. And that's the more reason when Thomas Dixon was arrested, we are there on time to ensure that we support him, stand with him in solidarity, and to ensure that his release. So far, as an association, we want to continue in that direction, and mind you, the purpose of which Sludge was established was to ensure that the welfare of journalists and journalism is protected. So we are ready for that, and we'll continue to work in that direction.
Was it also a concern for Sludge for a journalist for representing the professional media in Sierra Leone to be accused of cyberbullying using his Facebook page to be making publications that otherwise deemed derogatory by an established institution in this country?
Well, let me go back. Let me go to Dixon's issue at hand. You recall that about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Dixon, as managing editor of the New Age newspaper, did a news alert, which is normal that journalists do news alerts, and there was a story that has to do with Leo Rock Metal Group. They had an issue with NASIT, and it was alleged that NASIT had dragged them to court for fulfilling their responsibility to NASIT vis-a-vis paying their tacit contribution for their staffs. And so Dixon, as a responsible and professional journalist, decided to contact the company, and he was able to get the side of the company, and he brought out a news alert through his publication, the New Age publication. It's a newspaper, and then after the publication, the same newspaper was also shared on social media. The company had already gone to the IMC with this matter. The matter has been before IMC for arbitration. Both parties have appeared before the commission. The commission have looked into the matter, and they are waiting for a ruling. So Sludge was shocked and surprised that a company that Leone work could kind of disrespect to the IMC, decided otherwise to go to the CID to make a report against Thomas Dixon, alleging of cyberbullying and cyberstalking. And then that was the more reason he was invited by the CID. So we went there, we asked the CIDs, Dixon together with his lawyer and Sludge, we asked the CID what was the allegation. And according to the CID, they are investigating the truthfulness, according to them, the truthfulness of the publication. And for us as Sludge and for journalism, the CID...
That's not the work of the CID.
Yeah, that's two persons.
It is not the responsibility of CID to determine the truthfulness of a publication or a broadcast, because they are not the competent authority to establish that. The IMC was established to ensure media regulation and also to serve as an arbitration, for both journalists and complaints from members of the public. And they are the professionals. They are the ones that can determine whether a publication is truthful or not, whether the publication is unethical or not. But that's not the responsibility of the CID. So we had a bit of confrontation with the CID, but at the end of the day, we are able to arrive at a common ground. That's okay. Yeah, somebody has, Leone Work have decided to report this matter, despite the fact that this matter is before the commission. We are here to listen to you. And they said, well, that is the allegation, and they want to have a statement from Dixon. So through Dixon's lawyer, statements were obtained, and then at the end of the day, they said, well, because of the seriousness of the matter, they want to detain him, and he cannot go back home. So we have to intervene. So like we spend the whole day from 11 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. in the evening, trying to let the CID understand and those that made the complaint that this is Thomas Dixon is a managing editor of a whole newspaper. He's also the chairman of Guild of Editors. He's a senior member of Sludge. He has family members. He's a well-established journalist. Why is it that there's suspicion that even he's granted bail, he will leave the country? So we told him that we have all the sorties to sign for this man, that this man should not be detained. So, back and forth, finally we agreed to secure bail for him. He was granted bail on the sum of 20,000 leones, 100,000 leones, which is 100 million leones, by the CID themselves. We provided sorties, we brought in documentations we had done and everything, so he was granted bail. But the point is, I want to arrive at, is the fact that the seditious libel or the criminal libel law is still alive and well. It's sad for our country that we've gone through reforms, we've gone through the civil war,